On the news tonight, State Governor charges aspirants in forthcoming council elections not to indulge in squabbles over positions. President Bola Tinubu approves establishment of Green Economic Initiative Committee. National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons decries surge in baby factories across the country. Abroad, Iran's president killed in helicopter crash. Hello, good evening. Thank you for joining us on Delta Television News tonight. My name is Onome Iyarowe. Governor Sheriff Oborevwori has called on aspirants in the forthcoming local government elections not to fight over positions, as only one person can occupy a position at a time. Ejime Udweme completes the report.
People's Democratic Party PDP Delta South leaders and stakeholders meeting held at the Warri residence of our former governor of the state, Dr. Emmanuel Oduanga. Governor Oborevwori thanked leaders of the party in the district for their massive support in the last general elections. The governor said Delta South PDP was united, pointing out that coming together would build greater synergy and unity in the party. He said the state chairmanship of the PDP was rotating from Delta Central Senatorial District to Delta South Senatorial District. Governor Oborevwori advised members of the party to discountenance any rumor of his support for any aspirant, affirming that the collective wish of the people would prevail.
One person can lead at a time, not two people. If it is not your turn today, tomorrow will be your turn. Look at me, Sheriff. 38 cases and I won all of them. Is it not good?
The chief host of the meeting and former governor of the state, Dr. Oduanga, commended Governor Oborevwori for his accomplishments so far. He said the present administration had constructed roads and completed some that were at different stages of completion before May 29, 2023, stressing that the people of Delta South were impressed with the governor's performance.
Man who has given this speech image, we did not know that, we have done a lot.
The immediate past deputy governor of the state, Dikin Kingsley Otuaro, lauded Governor Oborevwori for his leadership style and for the continuation of the years of the immediate past administration in the state. On the party congresses and the local government elections, Dikin Otuaro enjoined members to accept decisions taken in the interest of the overall development of the state and the party. Speaking on behalf of members of the National Assembly, the member representing Warri Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Honorable Thomas Eritomi, thanked Governor Oborevwori for his achievements and pledged the support and cooperation of members of the National Assembly to the governor's more agenda.
Solidly behind our governor, who is performing very, very well. The governor has done very well, and we are not surprised because the governor is part and parcel of everybody. And he understands the terrain, understands our area.
The meeting was attended by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Emomotimi Guo, Senator James Manager, the Deputy Chairman of the party, Chief Val Areinka, Delta South Senatorial District Chairman, Chief Julius Takeben, among others. Ejime Udweme reporting.
As excitement grows across the state in preparations of the one-year anniversary celebration of Governor Sheriff Oborevwori on May 29, Deltans, especially those in the rural areas, had expressed satisfaction with SOCO, the more agenda of the governor, who has delivered to them in the last 1 year. In a statement, the State Commissioner for Information, Dr. Michael Loswoza, said Governor Sheriff Oborevwori assumed office on May 29, 2023, with an unwavering and focused intention that his administration would deliver bountiful democracy dividends to Deltans, as encapsulated in his MORE agenda. The statement said the meaningful infrastructural development, particularly in the rural areas, would enhance the living standards of the people at the grassroots and provide easy access to the rich resources in the rural areas, as well as ensure seamless communication, information flow, and unhindered transportation, connecting the entire Delta state as one big family. It added that Governor Borewori is enhancing Delta State by quietly but steadily delivering important infrastructural projects and providing the much-needed meaningful development projects at the critical places where they will positively impact the lives of the people, bring smiles to their faces, and a sense of belonging to their homesteads and communities. President Bola Tinubu has approved the establishment of a committee to oversee the Green Economic Initiative, known as the Presidential Committee on Climate Action. President Tinubu also approved the appointment of Mr. Ajuri Ngelale as Special Envoy on Climate Action and will retain his role as a Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity. A government statement said the appointment was part of a strategic move of the president to ensure the advancement of his administration's climate and green economic initiatives. The committee will coordinate and oversee all the policies and programs on climate action and green economic development. This is to remove the constraints to coordination, foster a whole-of-government approach to climate action programs, and provide an efficient governance architecture. It will ensure that all relevant institutions in the sector are plugged into the President's vision and are collectively implementing the renewed hope agenda on climate action. President Bola Tinubu has reacted to the death of his Iranian counterpart, Mr. Ibrahim Raisi, who died in a helicopter crash. A helicopter carrying President Raisi and Foreign Minister Hossein Amiru Abdullahian was involved in a hard landing while visiting a northern region. The duo were confirmed dead by local media platforms. Reacting, President Tinubu, in a statement issued today by his spokesman, Mr. Ajuri Ngelale, extended his condolences to the government and people of the Islamic Republic of Iran. He expressed profound grief over the disturbing tragedy and described President Raisi as a leader who is passionately committed to the development of Iran. While commiserating with the bereaved families, President Tinubu prayed for the continuous peace, stability, and prosperity of the Iranian nation. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has asked Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his predecessor, Chief Nyesom Wike, to work together for the good of the people of Rivers State. Dr. Jonathan called for the truce today during the flag-off of the 222.1 billion naira Trans-Kalabari Road in Obiakpo local government area. He described the political tension in Rivers as worrisome. The state has been in a year-long political crisis since Chief Wike, now the FCT minister, and Governor Fubara, his successor as governor, fell out. According to Dr. Jonathan, outgoing governors and incoming governors must know that they work together for the collective interest of the citizens of the state. The organized labor has agreed to attend the negotiation meeting of tripartite committee on the minimum wage slated for tomorrow in Abuja. The Vice President of the Trade Union Congress, TUC, Comrade Etim Okon, gave the confirmation in an interview with journalists today in Abuja. The Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the TUC had worked out on the negotiation meeting as the federal government proposed 48,000 naira as new minimum wage for workers in the country. Labour also accused the government of failure to provide any substantiated data to support their offer worsened the situation, adding that lack of transparency and good faith undermines the credibility of the negotiation process. It said it will still be presenting the 615,000 minimum wage it presented before it walked out of the negotiation with the federal government. The Nigeria Education Loan NEL Fund has said that students in federal tertiary institutions are the first to access the Student Loan Scheme application portal. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the fund, Mr. Akintunde Sawyer, stated this today during a pre-application sensitization press conference in Abuja. Mr. Sawyer, however, said only students whose institutions have uploaded their data on its dashboard will be eligible to apply for the loan. On the documents that would be required, Mr. Sawyer said applicants would require their JAMB letters, National Identification Number, Bank Verification Number, BVN, to complete their application. Applicants are also to complete the application, including personal details, academic information, and details of financial needs, and submit application after reviewing it. On the repayments, he said the loans, regardless of where they get a job, whether they are working with the government or with somebody else, must pay back the loans after 2 years. Meanwhile, the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has commended the federal government, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for its dedication to promoting accessible and inclusive education for all Nigerian students. The students' body particularly hailed the government over the May 24 date as the official date for opening the student loan application portal. A statement by NANS said the announcement was a testament to government's commitment to supporting the academic aspirations of students. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, today decried the surge in baby factories across the country. The Director General of the agency, Professor Fatima Waziri Yazi, expressed concern of the agency in a statement in Abuja. Professor Waziri Yazi said in recent times there had been alarming reports and public outcry regarding sales of babies and the existence of facilities specializing in trapping young girls and recruiting men to impregnate them. She says such babies were subsequently sold after delivery. Professor Waziri Yazi noted that the baby factories operate clandestinely, preying on the desperation and vulnerability of unsuspecting victims, often luring them with promises of financial gains or false assurances of care and support. She said that one of the most recent incidents occurred in Umunkwa village in Umuavai Undume Beku, Umuahia North local government area of Abia State, where 10 victims were rescued from a baby factory. The NAPTIP Director General said that the victims aged between 1 and 24, including 7 young girls, 6 of whom were pregnant, 1 a lactating mother, and 2 boys were minors. Professor Waziri Yazi stated that a 63-year-old woman was apprehended as the owner of the baby factory. A leader of a kidnap syndicate, Joel Joseph, has been reported dead. He died after a gun battle with the police special squad in Inene community, Ugili North local government area. The police in a statement said 1 AK-47 rifle loaded with 10 rounds of live ammunition was recovered from the deceased suspect. The suspect died at the General Hospital Ugili, where he was taken for treatment after the encounter. The statement said a suspect, who is a native of Ekakbame community in Ughelli North, opened fire on the police operatives upon sighting them, adding that in the ensuing gun duel, the suspect sustained serious gunshot injuries and was taken to the General Hospital Ughelli, where he died while receiving treatment. He added that efforts had been intensified to arrest other gang members of the group. You're watching the Delta Television main news. Still to come, Iran's president killed in helicopter crash. Details of this and other reports shortly after this break. Please stay tuned.
Where's Glory? Glory. Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello? Where Glow now?
I dey here.
Glow don't go village, tell all our customer abi.
Everybody pay attention. See, now Glow berekete 10x. Now him I dey take tension my customers. Now they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Or even summer me double data join.
Yeah. Wait, so with 1.5 when they give on the boss, so you dey enjoy up to
15,000 naira credit and data.
And I say I never finish you. See, una say if you enjoy, if una join Glow berekete 10x, una go get 1,000 naira welcome credits. Finish.
Glow, you don't win.
Una see dey here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Glow. Please save now Glow we dey find. Now Glow we dey go.
Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Glow Berekete 10X. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription.
Welcome back to Delta Television main news. The global scene is next as we join our world news desk.
Iranian leader President Ibrahim Raisi has been killed in a helicopter crash in a mountainous terrain near the Azerbaijan border yesterday. The charred wreckage of the helicopter which crashed yesterday, carrying President Raisi, Foreign Minister Hussein Amir Abdullahian, and 6 other passengers and crew members were found early today after an overnight search in blizzard conditions. President Raisi's death was later confirmed in a statement on social media by Vice President Mohsen Mansouri. First Vice President Mohamed Mokba is expected to take over as president. Images from the site showed the U.S.-made Bell 212 helicopter slammed into a mountain peak, although there was no official word on the cause of the crash. The dead also included the governor of East Azerbaijan province and a senior imam from Tabriz city. The helicopter went down in Vazigan region of Tabriz as President Raisi returned from an official visit to the border with Azerbaijan in Iran's northwest. The South African Constitutional Court has delivered a major blow to former President Jacob Zuma's political ambitions, ruling today that he would not stand as a candidate in next week's national elections in South Africa. The Apex Court's judgment upheld the decision by the Independent Electoral Commission, REC, to disqualify Mr. Zuma's candidacy on the grounds of his 15-month prison sentence for contempt of court in 2021. Mr. Zuma was controversially included on the candidate list for Nkoto Wenzizwe MK Party, a small opposition group. The IEC had initially barred him from running, citing the constitutional provision that prohibits anyone sentenced to more than 12 months in prison from being a member of parliament. However, the Electoral Court overturned this decision last month, leading the IEC to urgently appeal to the Constitutional Court for clarity. The 80-year-old former president had argued that a remission meant his effective sentence was only 3 months, but the judges dismissed the claim. President Cyril Ramaphosa welcomed the ruling, saying that Mr. Zuma should be the one person who should respect the rule of law. President Ramaphosa expressed confidence that the decision would not instigate any violence. The Democratic Republic of Congo Army says it has quashed an attempted coup against President Felix Tshisekedi in the capital Kinshasa, involving Congolese and foreign fighters. Democratic Republic of Congo Army spokesperson Brigadier General Sylvain Ekenge said that 50 suspects, including 3 Americans and a naturalized British citizen, have been detained. He previously said on the state-run broadcast that the situation was under control. His statement came hours after armed men attacked the house of Vital Kamerhe, the former chief of staff and close ally of President Tshisekedi, early yesterday. Witnesses said a group of about 20 assailants in army uniform attacked the residence and an exchange of gunfire followed. 2 guards and an assailant were killed in the attack on Mr. Kamerhe's house. The men also occupied the Palace de la Nation, the office of the President of the Republic, which is located in the city center, a place highly secured by the Republican Guard.
The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has officially withdrawn the directive earlier given to banks to enact the process of deduction of cybersecurity levy to be administered by the Office of the National Security Advisor, NSA. This was disclosed in a circular to different categories of banks yesterday: mobile money operators, payment service providers, and others, signed by the Apex Bank's Director of Payment System Management, Chibuzo Ifobi, and Director of Financial Policy and Regulation, Haruna Mustafa. According to the statement, the circular on deduction and collection of the cybersecurity levy has been withdrawn. Let's join our business news desk for more happenings in the business sector.
Nigeria's month-on-month food inflation declined in April for the second consecutive time, following 5 months of consistent increase dating back to October 2023. Monthly food inflation in April stood at 2.50%, a decline from the 3.62% recorded in March 2024, when year-on-year food inflation reached 40.01%. The monthly charge in food inflation gradually rose from 1.91% in October 2023 to 3.79% in February, before the decline in the last 2 months. Nigeria currently battles a cost of living crisis, with inflation at a 28-year high cost of 33.69%, and the food inflation almost at 34%. Prices of staple food across the country, especially grain, have seen an almost 100% increase since last year because of disruption in global supply chain due to conflict in the Middle East and Europe. Nigeria has become the top investment destination for Indonesia in Africa, overtaking South Africa with a trade balance in excess of $4.7 billion in 2022. President of the NICCI, Mr. Ishmael Balogun, stated this at a press conference in Lagos over the weekend to announce the upcoming 3rd edition of the Nigeria-Indonesia Investment and Trade Forum, NIITF, taking place on June 3rd at the Abuja Continental Hotel. Mr. Balogun noted that South Africa was Indonesia's top trading partner in Africa in 2019, but was upstaged in 2020 by recording trade balance of $2.0 billion, adding that it rose to $2.7 billion and $4.7 billion in 2022, while the figure for 2023 is still being expected. According to him, the promotional effort of the NICCI aimed at enhancing bilateral trade and investment between the two countries contributed to the rising trend in the trade balance.
And now to sports. Golden Eaglets head coach Manu Garba has warned his players that they must be at their best against Togo. The title holders will face the Young Hawks in their last group game at the WAFU BU17 Championship on Wednesday. The Eaglets defeated Niger Republic 1-0 in their second game of the competition on Sunday night. Coach Garuba said the young Togolese, adding that the Eaglets would not underrate them. Nigeria currently occupies second position in Group B with 4 points from 2 games. Nigerian international William Troost Ekong has won the 2023-2024 Greek Super League title with PAOK FC. The triumphant moment came yesterday night as PAOK secured a hard-fought 2-1 away victory over Aries, sealing their 4th league championship with 80 points from 36 matches, 2 points clear of rivals AEK Athens. The match saw Brandon Thomas open the scoring for PAOK on the hour mark before Lauren Moron equalized for Aries just 2 minutes into the second half. However, Tyson's strike in the 62nd minute proved to be the winner, sparking wild celebrations among the PAOK faithful. Although Troost Ekong was not included in the match day squad by manager Razvan Lusesu, the 30-year-old centre-back played a pivotal role throughout the campaign, making 10 league appearances for the White and Blacks before undergoing surgery following the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in February. That's the size of our bulletin for tonight. Just before we go, here is the thought. It always seems impossible until it is done. To end Delta Television main news, here are the highlights. Governor Sheriff Oborewori has called on aspirants in the forthcoming local government elections not to fight over positions, as only one person can occupy a position at a time. President Bola Tinubu has approved the establishment of a committee to oversee the Green Economic Initiative, known as the Presidential Committee on Climate Action. President Tinubu also approved the appointment of Mr. Ajuri Ngelale as Special Envoy on Climate Action and will retain his role as Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, today decried the surge in baby factories across the country. The Director General of the agency, Professor Fatima Waziri Azi, expressed concern of the agency in a statement in Abuja. And from the foreign scene, we reported that Iranian leader President Ibrahim Raisi has been killed in a helicopter crash in a mountainous terrain near the Azerbaijan border. The charred wreckage of the helicopter which crashed carrying President Raisi, Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdollahian, and 6 other passengers and crew members were found after an overnight search in bizarre conditions. That ends Delta Television News tonight. On behalf of the news editor and the production team, Onome Iyarowe, thanking you for watching. Do have a beautiful night rest.